Are you looking for a house with acreage? I don't see why not. There's a lot to love about houses like that. It's nice and quiet. You can hear the nature. Your neighbors aren't all on top of you. There's a lot to really enjoy. But when you're looking at a house with acreage, there's a couple things that you should think about. One of those things, and it's not likely, but is it zoned agricultural or potentially commercial? Maybe it was a working farm in the past and that never got updated. If you're looking at a regular mortgage loan, you need to make sure that it's zoned residential. The next part about that is when you're going out to appraise the home to find value. What you're looking at when you're appraising a home is what would similar homes sell for? Well, if you're looking at something like a condo in a building where there's a lot of other condos with similar footprints and square footages and things like that, that can be a lot easier. If you're talking about a more of a rural type of property, it can be a little bit more difficult, because if you're looking at the property and you've got all this beautiful acreage and maybe you have a beautiful home behind it as well, but maybe that's not common to the area, it could be a little bit more difficult for the appraiser to find that value. So one of the things you should expect is it's probably going to cost you more for an appraisal than it would in some other instances. In a normal instance, you might be looking to pay somewhere between $600 and $700. On something more rural, you might expect to pay $1,200 to $1,500, sometimes more, depending on the specificity, easy for me to say, of what the appraiser thinks they're going to have to do to figure out what that value is. The other thing when you're looking at value, as a general rule of thumb, Fannie Mae is only going to want to assign value to 10 acres and the property that's listed on there. So if you have an excessive acreage property, A, you need to make sure that it's eligible to be lent on. B, you want to see what were the other comps that have sold in there to see how likely it is to get value. And then lastly, you want to make sure how much value is that home holding on it, because they want to make sure that the land is a contributory value, not the entire value like it would be if you were looking at something like 100 acres with a small piece of property on it. So a couple things to look at. Could be very well worth your trade-off and going and enjoying nature and being out of the hustle and bustle of the big cities. Hope everybody's having a great day. Take care.